Germany is in talks with the South African government to employ SA-trained nurses to fill vacancies in that country. Germany, which is Europe's largest economy, is reportedly seeking to recruit 500,000 nurses from Africa, including South Africa, to deal with the apparent shortages in its health system.
Germany has one of the best healthcare systems in the entire world. Germany has one of the best economies in the whole of Europe. So for Germany to be needing 500,000 nurses goes to show how serious this global shortage of nurses is really.
To have such a high number of nurses migrate to Europe without creating a shortage crisis in the country, which, if I am not mistaken, we are in a shortage crisis already.
But the shortage of nurses really is a global challenge.
Let's know the details, stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Nanelle Griselda. On this channel, I talk about nursing, I talk about migration, I talk about opportunities for people to relocate abroad, and I talk about life in the UK as an immigrant in general. So if these are topics that interest you, please do consider subscribing. So sometime in July of 2023, there were several publications about Germany being in dire need of nurses. So apparently Germany is in massive shortage of nurses, and they're already in discussions with countries like South Africa to train more nurses for them, especially the unemployed youth in South Africa. I'll come back to that, okay? And their shortage is mainly due to their aging population. So apparently at this period, and then, in the next few years, Germany has and will continue to have bigger population of the aged, right? And with increase in age and with the aged population comes lots of health issues. However, they do not have enough nurse staff to cater for this aged population. Also, with rise in social mobility and with the current working conditions there, it looks like there's more demand for healthcare at present in Germany. However, they do not have adequate staff to cater for this, okay, or to meet this demand. So this is what has led to their massive nurse shortage. And they're not only looking at South Africa, but I think they are actually into discussions with them already for South Africa to train more nurses, especially the unemployed youth in South Africa. And I think this is very good. I really love that part. They are looking at other African countries as well. What I can say with this is that honestly, I'm happy that they did not only target the already established nurses in South Africa or the already experienced nurses, but they're actually, giving the mantle to South Africa to train more of their unemployed youth for them, okay? This is what we call ethical recruitment, because they are going to benefit, Germany is going to benefit. In fact, they have the resources, they're definitely going to benefit. And these unemployed youth who would get the opportunity to embark on this training program would also benefit, okay, because they're moving to, a developed country, obviously, with a potentially higher salary, and then all these other benefits, and they will not be a burden in their countries anymore because they were once unemployed, but now they'll be well employed and getting higher salaries in Germany. Okay, so I think that is really good. And if they speak with other African countries to do same, I'm sure it will be very beneficial. Somebody might be confused to say that why isn't Germany training their own people? Why is it that they are targeting Africa? So let me explain. So even in the UK right now, the government has put several measures in place to make nursing program appealing to the youth in this country. Okay, you're going to pay for your whatever, they're going to give you this allowance, this scholarship, this free, that, just to make lots of people go into nursing. And they've even created other pathways for people that have a degree in other professions to be able to do only a 2-year program for them to become nurses. However, they are still not getting enough people. That is why they are relying on some countries like Africa or Asia and then the Caribbean, because even though they made it appealing, they are still not getting enough of their own people to enroll in nursing programs and then join. However, we all know that in places like Africa, there are several unemployed youth who might not be able to afford education, but if they have the funds or if they are fully funded, they would sit in the classroom and then probably learn, do this nursing program, and be able to work as a nurse in the next 2, 3, 4 years, and it will be beneficial both to their families and to the whole world. So I think that this is a very good deal. Obviously, nurses who will be employed by Germany or who will be imported to Germany from other countries, we are looking at professional nursing development, we're looking at potentially higher salaries, you're looking at them gaining new skills, new knowledge. Germany has one of the best healthcare systems, or the best healthcare system in the entire world. And what we all forget is that these nurses, even though they may not come back necessarily to help their healthcare system of their home countries, remember that once they're getting paid well in these other countries, they will definitely send money back home to their parents, their cousins, and these monies that they send is going to positively impact the economy of their home countries, okay? So talking about sending of money, if you're looking to send money from the UK UK or other EU countries to Ghana, Nigeria, or other African countries, I recommend TransferGo. So TransferGo, if you're wondering what they are, if you're a stranger on this channel, is an international money transfer app that allows you to send money from the UK and other EU countries to over 34 different African countries. Did you hear me? To over 34 different African countries. Not loads of apps beat this. You can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, and many other African countries. If you haven't tried it, I don't know what you're waiting for. With TransferGo, in at most 30 minutes, the person is going to get the money, and your person gets the exact amounts that you're sending. And as you send the money, you can actually track the transfer to see whether the person has gotten it, where it is in the, the whole transfer process. It's very easy, hassle-free, very convenient. And what I love about them is their customer support. If you should have a problem and then you contact them, they are very prompt, they are very quick to respond to your query and attend to you and sort everything out for you. They are authorized by the UK Financial Conduct Authority. TransferGo is currently being used by over 5 million users worldwide. And when you check Trustpilot.com, they are rated the best money transfer app. Yes, the best money transfer app on Trustpilot.com. You can download TransferGo for free, whether you use an Android or you use an iOS, and I'll leave the link in the description, okay? The amazing thing is that TransferGo is giving unlimited £20 reward if you transfer or refer a friend. So when you use the app, you can actually generate your own referral code from the app or generate a referral link and then share it to your friends. And if these friends that you refer are able to send about £100, in the first 6 months between two countries, you are gifted unlimited £20 reward. So you can imagine, the more friends you invite, the more money you get. You don't have to be registered as an influencer for them or blah blah. You get the money, okay? I love TransferGo and I recommend TransferGo to you if you're in the UK or any EU country and you're willing to transfer money to friends and family in Ghana, Nigeria, or other African countries, okay? They are rated the best transfer company on Trustpilot.com, and I'm privileged to be associated with this brand. Thank you so much, TransferGo, for sponsoring today's video. So they said by 2030 they need about 300,000 nurses. Apparently South Africa does not even have that number of nurses.
How many nurses do South Africa have at the moment that are working in the industry right now?
The number of nurses that we have in the country, those nurses who are able to work as nurses, is 208,000, and it also includes nurses who are retired.
Okay, they will need other African countries as well. So if you've ever thought of living in Germany or it's always been of interest to you, don't worry, I'm going to explore the pathway for people to migrate to Germany very soon. I have colleagues of mine currently working in Germany, and then maybe we'll explore the pathway and see how you can migrate to Germany, okay? I also know that people are very worried that this is going to negatively affect the health system of African countries, but this is where I say that honestly, if we think about this well and if we do this recruitment ethically, it's going to benefit both countries. As I mentioned earlier, there are several people in Ghana, there are several people in Africa or Asia or the Caribbean that would want to be trained as nurses, but they cannot afford it and they do not have any support, okay? So if we have these developed countries funding some of these programs, we are all going to benefit. Again, if nursing is made attractive in our home countries, not everybody would like to travel. If we are being paid well, if we have good working conditions, if we have all these benefits and allowances, and we have the necessary tools to work with, and proper nurse to patient ratios, and everything seems okay, and the nurses are being paid well, not everybody would like to come. Not lots of Ghanaian doctors are eager to travel abroad like the way nurses are eager to travel abroad, and there's a reason for that, because their pay, they might say it's not okay, but at least it's better. They're able to live comfortably. But nurses can't say same. I mean, there were years ago where if you were a nurse and you were importing a car from any country, let's say America to Ghana, you were not going to pay any duty or whatever. But that thing has been scraped off. Okay, all those things used to make nursing very attractive for people to stay in Ghana. But now the pay is very bad. There are no benefits, nothing. Obviously they would like to move, okay? And when they look at the package that these developed countries have to offer. So that's the scary part. And I think the presenter also shared this as well. Let's listen.
The reality is that if they are moving and they are getting better packages and better circumstances if they do move over to Germany, as we've been hearing, I think nurses would take that, because there has been many calls from unions such as yourselves for the treatment of medical professionals, and in particular nurses, who firstly are very much so underpaid, overworked, and the health department are just not coming to the table to try and resolve this situation.
So the competition is tight. I mean, but I believe that if both countries sit down, they'll be able to come to a consensus that will benefit both countries, and yeah, that's what I stand for. I mean, there are several nurses that are unemployed, yet people are crying, saying that UK or the developed countries are taking all your nurses. Please.
In fact, we even have nurses who are unemployed, which is a bit of a disjuncture, and it confuses the community out there. You are not having Budgets in provinces increased according to the increase in the population figures and the burden of disease.
This is very strange. My other issue is the language barrier in Germany, because we know that in Germany they do speak German language, right? They don't speak English, and most of these African countries, they speak either English or French, and I'm just wondering how it's going to be like. But like I said, I'm going to explore the pathway for foreign trained nurses to migrate to Germany, all the various pathways, and I'll speak to other African nurses that are currently practicing in Germany, and then we'll explore these pathways because they're in dire need. Okay, so if you want to migrate to Germany, you know you'll be well equipped with all the information you need to migrate to Germany in the next few months or in a year. Okay, and again, let me also add that it is not only nurses that are currently needed in Germany. I did a video where Germany has introduced this new visa category called the opportunity card or the opportunity visa. I did this video with Sarika, and you can watch that video as well for the details. It's not just nurses that are currently in demand in Germany. Many other professions are also massively needed in Germany as well. So because obviously they have an aged population, they have an aging population who do not have enough strength to keep their economy running. So that is it. Okay, I'll leave any other details for you to read further in the description, and I'll come back with more details about the pathway. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.